Well, Coach, how much do you talk about it, and in what ways do you talk about, or maybe you might say the guys already know the importance of this game and what's at stake. They want to go to a bowl. They have to win this game. How do you handle that as a coach?
Well, it started right after the tough loss to Miami when I debriefed the team, and then Red Murdock got them together and talked about the situation that we're in. So they're well aware, and they're a very resilient group. We've had good practices since then, a lot of honest conversations as we always do. And the bottom line is we just have to play 60 minutes of good football. And we've played a lot of wonderful series, quarters, halves. But then we've also had these lapses where, we've let bad things happen or let that swing the momentum back in the other direction. And the Miami game was no exception to that. So one more opportunity for us here to put it all together with this group.
Another one of the motivations for your guys is to send their seniors out on a high note. It is senior day, and I know you've talked about trying to not make it be too much, and you've only been here for 2 years with these guys, but I know you've established some relationships with some of the key guys that have to deal with the possibility of it being the last time.
Yeah, it's a wonderful group of guys, whether they've been here the entire time or they were an addition after I got here. The way they come together, the way they enjoy each other, the positivity that they have when they come in the building every day, their appreciation for the education that they're getting here at UB and their contributions to the community. And we talk a lot about Red because he's been sort of the primary out front guy in so many different ways, but right on through the entire group. There's just wonderful stories with each and every one of these guys, and I know they're going to be a great group of alumni.
We all know how good a player Red is and some of the amazing things he's done, but you've already cited the fact that behind the scenes there's another side of Red that we don't always see. Can you elaborate a little bit on that as you've mentioned him and brought him up and know that he's heading into his final game here at UB Stadium?
Yeah, he just gets it. He gets it. He sees the big picture. He's got incredible attention to detail. Even just as recently as this week in team meetings, when I'm talking about big picture stuff, he's taken copious notes. And I tell him when it comes time for me to retire and write my memoirs, I'm going to ask him for some of his notebooks because he'll have noted a bunch of things that I probably need to include in some chapters of that book. So he's just an amazing guy, and all of the recognition that he's receiving for what he's done on the field and off the field is certainly well-deserved. And, we continue to get great feedback from the NFL scouts about their interest in him.
Count me in and a lot of Bulls fans in for a copy of that book whenever you do decide to write that. We're talking to Bulls head coach Pete Lembo as we get you ready for the regular season finale against the Ohio Bobcats. Let's talk about Ohio because they're as big a rival that this program has, and sometimes it's based on good wins, and sometimes it's based on frustrating games, but here they come again as one of the best teams in the MAC. They bring the number one rusher in the MAC and C.A. Bangura. What are some of the challenges in knocking off Ohio in this game?
Yeah, it's a veteran team, and they've got marquee players at key positions like quarterback, running back, wide receiver, very athletic offensive line. So you got to find ways to get off the field against these guys. And it starts with stopping the run. You're going to have to get some stops in some third and shorts and even some fourth and short situations because they run it so well and they're so efficient that they get to some third and really manageable situations. And then you've got to stay on the field offensively. When you look at teams that have found a way to beat this Ohio team, they have taken care of the football and they found a way to move the chains and somehow keep that offense from Ohio over on the sidelines for a while.
All right, finally, as we wrap things up here with Pete, of course, a game on a Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. I guess I'm curious to know, are there any favorite Lembo family Thanksgiving traditions that warm your heart on a holiday like this? even though it's not a holiday for you.
Sure. Well, football's certainly been the biggest part of it. And back in my FCS days, if you were playing on Thanksgiving weekend, that was special because that meant you were in the FCS playoffs. And now, the last many, many years being at the FBS level, you're typically playing a game over that weekend, and it's always special to get the family together around football.
All right. Well, that couldn't be better said than that. Everyone's family enjoy the holiday and hopefully enjoy what will be a big Bulls win and a chance to play another game on Friday. Pete, thank you for your insights and these interviews all season long, and let's hope we have one more to do.
Thank you, and same to you for a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.